Okay, so you see, America is surrounded with the judgment of Allah, God. The four great judgments the Almighty Allah God is bringing upon America are rain, hail, snow, and earthquakes. We see them now covering all sides of America as the Holy Quran prophesies, curtain her on all her sides. The Quran, Surah 1341, visiting the land and curtain the nation from its sides. And these judgments will push the people into the center of the country. And they will realize that it's Allah God who is bringing them in a country to a nothing. You see, Job in the Bible prophesies that Allah God has snow and ice to use as his weapons in the days of war and battle against the wicked. We hear and read in the newspapers today of how great hill like little mountains of snow are pushing down from the north, not only in the northern states of Minnesota, North and South Dakota, and Montana, but now the snow is in the New England states, and they are declared to be disaster areas. The announcer, a disaster of the snow in the New England states, says that there had never been such great quantity of snow all up and down the coast to the Carolinas. The rain takes up where the snow leaves off. All around the southern borders of America, storms are raging. See, America is getting this psychogenesis that's visiting, and more storms will be on its way. All around the southern borders of America, storms are raging. There are tornadoes and heavy rain, and more storms on the way, one right after another. In the north and far west, in the east, America is surrounded with the judgment of Allah God. There are earthquakes, and the seas is raging. The Pacific Ocean is now angry and is raging, tossing up great waves as never before. Why should these things hit America? We see the revelation teach you why. It is because America is filled with devils, and as such unclean person living in America, that is true, under the symbolism of hateful birds. Every filthy, shameless, wicked person come here for a haven where he can do any wickedness he wants to do. Country opens, welcomes that type of person. As we see, the few little Muslims, the name Muslim means those who have submitted to the will of Allah God. Our enemy hates us, seeks to do all evil he possibly can against us by falsehood. These are not the days of Noah, Lot, and Abraham, nor are these the days of Moses. These are new times. The enemy does not get away in punishing the righteous just because he hates them. Allah, the God of righteousness, is with us. He just laughed at those who tried to fight against him. He had destroyed a whole nation with less than the power of rain, hail, snow, and earthquakes. The Holy Quran has the record of people even being destroyed. Allah God does not have to have something great. Does not have to go to work and get a block of iron or a mountain and throw it on them. He used that which is with you, against you. The force of nature are great weapons as we see them in play upon America. Storm after storm, and snow and ice are rolling in from the north and are pushing great drifts that are just covering up everything. What can you do with a God like that? Job prophesies that Allah God has his weapons as, stored up to use in the days of battle and war against this wicked country of white America. He just takes some snow and cover them up. You see, the Holy Quran says that Allah God destroyed people with just cold wind. He froze them. Do you think that you can get away with fighting Allah God? See, no wonder the second song said that he was set in the heavens and he shall laugh at them. He will have you crazy, it is true. The heads of this government of this Christian world are confused. And they do not know that they are confused. Why? Because the greatest desire was to confuse us. Now Allah God has taken the confusion out of us and put it into them. You see, eat America. Help yourself to the desert that you have prepared for us. You eat it. All praise are due to Allah God, who came in the person of Master Fala Muhammad, who went to Alabama and to any state that we go to, and we buy a high price per acre of land that our father labor has already bought for us. Now he wants to kill us if we act humble and peaceful. He wants to buy back some of our own labors. See, I laugh at some of these things that I hear coming out of Alabama. And not only in Alabama, but every other state in the union. See, they do not know the time in which they are living. Allah God is well able to take the country from you and give it to whom he pleases. It is in your Bible. Read it for yourself. He took the kingdom from the wicked and gave it to whom he pleases, those who will bring people and righteousness. America is surrounded with the judgment of Allah God, for a great judgment of rain, hail, snow, and earthquakes, and the confusion in the head of states. The four great judgment of America, to be blessed with too much rain, will destroy properties and life. It swells the rivers and creeks. Too much rain floods cities and towns. Large bodies of the water at the ocean shoreline will be made to swell with unusual highways, dumping billions of tons of rain over the now seashore line. Rain destroyed properties and killed cattle by drowning them in lowland. Rain destroyed the hiding places of the victorious beasts and reptiles, bringing them out, fighting small towns and people homes and farms. Rain weakened and destroyed railroads and truck lines, bread and bridges. Rain undermined foundation of all types of buildings. Rain makes the atmosphere too heavy with moisture, causing sickness. Wind with rain could bring destruction to towns and cities, bringing various germs, causing sickness to the people. It produce unclean water by the swelling stream and destroying of the pure drinking water used for the health of the people. Rain is a destructive army with itself. Hailstorms are also a property and life destroyer. Snow is of the most dread pledge when it comes in great drift from 5 to 35 feet. It buries your property and lives. It destroys your highways and cities and your gravel towns and cities. It put a great burden of expense upon the city. It put a great burden of expense upon the cities to repair it. It caged in or roofs of homes, the cutting off of homes, the cutting off of transportation, isolation areas, bringing about the starvation, communication destroyed with the icing of the communication wires. Snow looks pretty because of its clean look. Almost everything in nature is beautiful, but it can be turned into death and destruction against man. Snow is prophesied to be one of the weapons that God will use against this wicked white America. Job 38:22 and 23. Hell also is mentioned in the same two verses, where God plainly tells us that he has preserved it against the time of trouble, against the days of battle and war. The Holy Quran also teaches us that God used snow, rain, wind, hail, earthquakes, and fire against former wicked people. Is America any better than the people read about in history that God destroys? No, she is not as good. These people was not as wicked as the American people. Earthquakes could destroy towns and cities instantly. America is in a grip of divine judgment. America is in a position towards a one slave, so-called Negro, as Pharaoh was with Israel as his slave. She is in this position because of the injustice done to the American so-called Negro slave brought to America for over 400 years ago, refused to let them go free. They only said that you are free, knowing within that you are unable to lead them without anything. but the injustice continued to increase. Now they planned death, so this God was predicted by the prophet to come to the defense of this people, so called Negro, in the last days after they served the enemy for 400 years. The Bible declared to Abraham in Genesis that God would judge the people to whom his people Abraham would be in bondage. This does not mean Israel. This means the present black people, the members of the black nations who have and are fulfilling the prophecy. God and the person of Master Fala Muhammad will not be defeated. See, the more evil, deceiving, tricking, and making false promises, an American so-called nigger only increase America's divine chastisement and doom. America knows that her trouble lies in her mistreatment of the black man, the so-called Negro. But she is too wicked to give up tricking the Negro, deceiving him on false promises. She just cannot stop. The opportunity is to open, and she thinks that there is no one to hinder her. But God has chosen us to be his people. He delights in fighting enemy. According to the history of the former people, he delighted himself by going forth against them when they extended the limit. So it is with America. They must be separate. America will not agree to see the Negro separate from her till she has suffered divine punishment, as Pharaoh suffered it. The same thing the other evil nations suffered before them is now coming upon this people. She seeks to keep her slave robbed of opportunity and wealth. She envies success coming to the American Negro free slave. She charges them high prices to keep them down. She deceives them through a few of what we call Uncle Toms and the political circle, class, and all professional classes. She offered them little favoritism to help her work against their own people, the black people. But they too will suffer along with enemy of justice, of the poor so-called Negro. They must be separate. Envy and hatred are going between the two people, regardless of their preaching of social integration. The truth must come. What is better than a program you find I have written? You two blacks and whites cannot get along in peace, as you have never got along in peace. Do you know why the white America does not like to talk with you about separation and why he calls separation of the two people the wrong solution for peace between the people? He knows that it is promised that God will do it. And why do they not agree with separating themselves from you and me and we from them? Why are the black man and white man all over the earth now in disagreement with each other to live in peace? Do you know why? O foolish American so-called Negro, seek some of this earth that you can call your own, and to live on in peace. Unite and ask the government for a portion of America. This is what we need somewhere to live to ourselves. Let the white man live to himself. Two people are not brothers. They are aliens to each other. God did not make them brothers to each other. I ask you, my brothers and sisters, to learn this and learn it quickly. Fly for your life to the refuge of Allah and God and come follow me. America lands is being divinely curtained. You see this Holy Quran sword 1341. See not that we are visiting the land, curtain it of its size. We see Allah God pronounce a doom. There is no repeller of his decreed. He is swift in calling to account. Black man America, there is no one as blind as you are in seeing what is going on against America. I have warned you for nearly 40 years that Allah God in the person of Master Fala Muhammad, to whom praise are due forever, came to me and gave me the knowledge of the truth. And I have been preaching it to you continually. Now you see what is going on. As America had done, so now it's being done to her. America has surrounded the country of the people. She had blown their cities to pieces. She had killed their inhabitants. Those who were left alive, she put to flight, running from shelter, from destruction by America might. It's very sad and horrible to look at the things that America has done, which are now coming on this country. For many years, centuries of years, America had lived a luxurious, wicked life, by hating her black slaves and depriving them of justice, shooting them down on the streets and on the highways and the woods and fields for nothing. She did it just because she felt that she had the advantage. She wanted to kill black people as she was made to do. Psalms chapter 10, verse 8. He sat in a lurching place of the village, in a secret place. Do he murder the innocents? His eyes are set against the poor. Up until this very minute, she's seeking to destroy the black man America and deprive him of freedom to do for self. America never desired departure of the black slave from his white slave master. See, America wished only to hold this black slave in order to continue to treat him with evil. Pharaoh hatred and injustice to Israel and Egypt in the time of Moses to serve America as a wonder. But she had fallen headlong into the destruction of Allah God. America runs to and fro, seeking a way out, but she does not try to justify her black slave for justice and equality amongst the nations of the earth. America made us into nothing. She used us to mock us for the nation of the earth. But a God with unlimited wisdom, knowledge, power is now befriending the black slave. And he has chosen the black slave to be his people. But the foolish black people have yet to come to that knowledge. Allah God is their best friend, and that he is here to save them from the destruction of a people who have shown evil and hatred to us all our life. America divided us one against the other. The black man America's soul divided against each other. They seek all the time to do evil against each other. You cannot even befriend them, lest they take advantage of it and call you a fool for trying to befriend them, as it was with us by Midway Technical Schools. See, Midway Technical Schools came to us for help. We gave them that help to keep them from falling. It cost us $30,000 to set them free of their back rents and other bills that they had. Take a look at how they turn on it for the purpose of wrecking all their beautiful businesses set up for them and others to enjoy on the south side of Chicago, Illinois. The fall of America foretold separation is the answer. When the cities are set on fire, and when men are united, and when hell is kind, the folding up is the title taken from the fourth chapter in which the above is found. So we see the Holy Quran is talking about the folding up. The folding up only means a record of what must soon come and take place. The folding up is talking about the sun will burst as though a revelation is revealed. Gotta listen when I'm saying this to you. It will burst as we going into one of the most highest solar maximum. Anytime when we get a solar maximum with solar flares hitting the sunspot, causing, these weather events as you see. See, anytime when we get in that high solar maximum and it's hitting the sunspots, meaning that we are getting seismic activity for the next 2 decades, meaning things are finna unfold. Earthquakes is here. As Jesus prophesies, there will be earthquakes that's happening in various places. And see, so when we get this solar maximum, things is about to unfold. The folding up is the title taken from the first verse of the Quran in which the verses are found. When the sun is folded up, you see this Holy Quran, Surah 81, verse 1, prophesies the folding up is a record of work that is record what people have done as the use will no longer be necessary. The chapter referred to what take place in this resurrection. Okay, he says seismic activity is earthquakes. Yeah, we're reaching a solar maximum, meaning that we are having seismic activity like you've never seen it. It's going to be going on for another 2 decades. I love you as a human, not as a skin color. I love you too, man. I don't see the thing of it is, I don't care what skin color you are. At the end of the day, you my brother. You my brother in Christ. We have to straighten this crookedness out. How are we going to use our voice in this platform if we can't straighten out this crookedness? I'm saying this to say this. God is angry. He's not to be played with. He's not to be taken as lightly. But we have to come at a position to question this government. We have to come at a time to stand up. Let's question this. Let's question this world leaders. Because brothers and sisters, I say we are in the shadow of death all day long. We are living amongst the enemy. And as long they are down here continue to cause conflict, to cause this affliction, to cause this cruelty that had been inflicted on us, you know, we ain't gonna never be able to solve the differences that we are having today in America. See, a lot of people think this is a race thing. This is, but when I'm saying the hatred of the world. See, this is why Jesus explained to the hatred of the world we are living in. We are not balanced right. We are not treated equal. The land that we live in, there's supposed to be a land of free liberty, the land of hope for all nationality. This don't have to be a color thing, but for all nationality, this is supposed to be a hope. The thing of the title, you don't understand a white America, because white America is facing a destruction similar to ancient Babylon. She is facing a destruction. And if no one able to straighten out this mess, out this crookedness, to get time, to get extension, to get a time, then how are we going to use our voice? Our people are down here still suffering. Our people are being brutally assassinated. When I say this and bring this topic up, that she is most the wicked human being that she had been here on the face of this planet. And this is why she don't have a departure. She don't have a future for you. Because when she don't have a future for herself, what makes you think she have a future today for you? And I say this to say this, the country of America cannot be said to be the white man's own. We know what happened in 1776. We know that they formed this country 1492. We know in 1776 when they decorate the independency and wrote in the Constitution laws. You see, this is why Martin Luther King said during the night of filibuster, they were denied black voting rights. If I'm lying to you, then come search me up. If I'm lying to you. But if I'm telling the truth, then please stand. See, this is not a mystery why judgment is here. We know, as a believer, we know why judgment is here. We know why judgment have come to America. Judgment have come to you, America. Your judgment has come to you. So one party is continue, as beginning by the other party is discontinue. We see this clearly being made manifest today. War calls the destruction of civilization. War destroys the cities and towns of a nation. This chapter 81 of the Holy Quran is now being fulfilled. The sun and stars and mountains and camels and wild animals all mentioned in the first 4 verses of this chapter are not without. The coming of God refers to by the prophets unite a people who have been divided against self by the enemies. He chose these people for building a better world. The Bible revelation refers to the destruction of the beast and its chief instructor of the dragon. The name beast given here is not referred to 4-foot animals, but to a people who rule is like that of a savage beast. Now, Daniel gives you a description. He gives you a better description. And Daniel, I believe it was chapter 7, verse 5. It talks about a very known wild beast that was rising out of the sea. And out of the sea, he had 3 ribs in his mouth, meaning, my brothers and sisters, that the black man and woman was swallowed for 3 centuries here. See, Malcolm the King loved everyone the same with Malcolm X. But see, when you say every race have a part of racist, I'm going to disagree, because the only people we have known, see, we have not known our brothers and sisters. The only people we had known was the right race. Don't get mad at me when I say this. The only people we have known was the right race. We couldn't know our brothers from Asia, our brothers and sisters from Asia. We couldn't know the brown, the Hispanic race. We couldn't know them, because the black people, the first thing that they knew was a people that just didn't have the desire to have the love. So I say this, brothers and sisters, if they love us, then where's the evidence? If they so-called love us, where's the restitution? Because today, most of us want to integrate. Most of us want to befriend our murderers. So God has sent down his judgment, the total judgment of America. And as she's thinking she can get away, we see another storm will come, and another one will come to strike. So I say the country can never be said to be this white man's own, but after conquer the native Indians who had the independent claim. See, ever since they came out of Europe, see, Europe is a place that was reckoned, and Europe will be reckoned with. So I say this to say this, it's going to get a time that they're going to have to pack up. They'll have to pack up their things. And poor little Asia, see, Asia going to stand for, because she ain't going to be able to come out of Asia. So they're going to have to concentrate on that continent of Europe, or concentrate on their death instead of their life. Why put us in this mess? Why bring us in your mess? See, this is why God comes. This is why God comes, to straighten out this crookedness. There have been morality. Morality has been here, and the devil had used morality. The devil has put all his print, his final touch. He put his final touch. Let me go on and deceive the people. Since I can't have the things of God, I will continue to be this wicked. That's why they are described as reptilians. That's who the devil is described as, these reptilians. This is where your world leaders is, these reptilians. Let's go on. So the Bible refers to destruction of a beast in its chief instruction, the dragon. The name beast given here is not referred to 4-foot animals, but to a people who is like that of a beast, a savage beast. Okay, I'm sorry for people who are hyper focused on race, play the victim while not knowing history. I'm gonna tell you something, sister. Y'all was the worst people to ever come on this planet. Now, don't let me go on with this. I'm gonna have to eat you up. Y'all was described as the caveman. Your fathers had long, straggly hairs. Yes. And some of our stupid black people are trying to follow the white man's savage cage days. Y'all are described in the Bible clearly as the Edomites. Malachi 1:4, Edom said we will rebuild the ruin. They said, we had been scattered. But Edom said we will rebuild the ruin. But this is what the Lord of hosts says: they may build, but I'll demolish. This wicked land you see, I will demolish. And you shall see this with your own eyes, and you shall say, great is the border of Israel. Because those people of Israel is not the real Israel. We know how y'all came. So don't tell me about history. We know how y'all people came. Yes, I'm gonna describe you well. Your fathers, your children used to have the tails in the back and described as a very well caveman, the savage cage life. Yeah, Moses brought you out from your savage cage life and put you on the road of conquest. You want me to go on? You want me to go on? Because y'all try to study us, but yes, I know my history. I know my history real good. The judgment day has come on you and on your people. God, see, God is not a God to be played with. He will come after your children if you're not right. If you are not right today, he will make an example of you as he's doing today. So don't come playing with his messengers. Don't play with his servant. Because people are writing down here and say, bro, you got power more than you know. You're right, my brother. I love you guys, man. You guys wouldn't be here and hear this voice of mine if I'm not speaking what's right. Because Jesus says you shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. It's the truth will set our people free. God is the only way that he has to come. He's the only way to deliver us out of this mess. We are tired. We are tired. It's getting to that point. We are tired of foolishness. We are tired of game playing. We are tired of wicked. of America ways in her life. We can't live like this. We can't live in her ways. Because if you continue to live in her ways, death and hell, you are going. Okay, so we see the theological in most of them from the time of Martin Luther, who I think was the author of these terms, beast, dragon, especially a late pastor Russell and Judge Rutherford family of Jehovah's Witnesses, take the term dragon to refer to the Pope of Rome, the father of the Christian church and the Christian religion. This is the first time since we have been lost in this part of the earth that we want to unite the black nation of the earth under the guidance of God, who is now present. Why should a master continue to deceive his slave? He teaches the slave that he is a free citizen with equality. Why do you, slave master, want to hold them for hostage prey? You do not need them. Your machines do the labor that the slave used to do. Why not let them go? See, why not let us go? Why do these people want to cleanse on to us and not give us anything to send us on our way? Why we are divided? Why we are not treated fairly? Why we are not treated equally? Why are we going through this history? Why are history repeating itself? Why we are going through this? See, this is a white man's world. See, Tupac said it. White man's world. See, look, today they use our people as tools. We nothing but a stepping tool. You see celebrities, black celebrities in Hollywood. You see how America dressed them up. The designers, manufacturers dressed the woman and man up in about 1/3 of a dress and turned them out. Immorality is now here. And look how they use our people as a tube. He's a stepping tool to his object. You being nothing but an object to his securum. This is how they use you. You're nothing but the slave master and his children's puppet. That's who we are today. That's how we've been. We keep our mouth shut as long as he continues to feed you, shelter you, give you the things. See, Satan give you the things. He gives you his kingdom to have his kingdom. He gives you the loves, his things. All those things, brothers and sisters, will be all gone. When it's time for you to leave this earth, you can't exchange your life for material things. I'm sorry. If you're not right, you better start getting yourself right. You better start getting yourself right on the coming day. Because if you're not right with God, see, I preach God because I love him. Most of you don't even know him. Most of you are not willing to preach this. This is a wicked world we're living in. And the laws is not made for the righteous. The laws is always made for the unrighteous. They are religious. The rebels, the ungodly, those who murder their fathers and mothers, for the sex traders and gamblers, for the homosexuals, or every is country to this sound of documents. See, the law was never made for the righteous. We have lawless law breakers. You think President Trump deserved to get reelected? Come on now. Come on, talk to me. Brother gonna say, if you preach God, then why are you listening to him? I'm listening to him very carefully now. You just hate what is being presented. You know, I'm preaching God's words, and I stand up on it. But I hate what is evil. You see, because there has to be a price. There has to be a price paid. See, America is just being brightened up. See, white America, I'm gonna go there. White America is just being brightened up for account. You see, there's a tab put on you, and you think you getting away. See, brothers and sisters, it been a year thou far that God been pledging America day and night, pledging her day and night by his divine pledge to storms. He been pledging her day and night, and she still shows you that she will not repent. You see, Isaiah chapter 2:9, the people will flee from the cage in the ground, from the fearful presence of the Lord and the splendor of his majesty when he comes to rise the earth. The people will hide their faith from the majesty. We don't want to see him. They will hide their face as they doing today. This is why they talking about building these bunkers. Nothing going to save you in a time. Nothing going to save a right race of people in this time. Because you know why? They put the world in this mess. This is why the world's so messed up. You can hate me all you want to, but this crookedness got to be straightened out. See, I'm gonna keep it real. You know, Pharaoh was given all the domains and powers to control the land. See, they control the lands under our feet. They, you know what I mean? They had the crack to control the heavens and earth. This is why you see you hear this weather manipulation and things like that. Oh, yeah, a lot of y'all say they control climax and things like that. No, my brothers. At one time they had the crack of it, but never no more will they be the owners of the land. Never no more will they subdue the heavens and earth. Because the earth is the Lord's and the fullness of it. And see, if he don't like them govern the earth, you see today, he moved them off the earth as he's doing today. See, my brothers and sisters, they can hate me all they want to. See, Trump is their last hope. Many of these ignorant Americans will vote for this man. See, it's just like the Bible. Let me go on. Let me go, because the Spirit is working. Let me go on. See, the people ask for a request. We don't want Jesus. Bring in Barabbas. Trump on 34 counts. Bring Trump into the House. Was this the man on January 6th? Send his supporters? See, those wasn't black people. Those wasn't black people. See, America never wanted a democracy. Those wasn't black people storming. But you remember Samson? You remember the story of Samson? Samson wanted to get even with the mockers. He was willing to tear down their civilization. He didn't care if it was a civilization left behind. He was willing to get even. So the people asked for a request. Bring in a man with 34 counts. Bring a man for 31 accounts. The ignorant of the people. So don't come to us. When things start happening, don't cry to us. Don't come to us. Because we don't want to hear it. We don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it no more. Because our people are tired. We know, like I said, I know what happened in 1776. Even I was long from being born, but I know what happened. I know what y'all wrote in these constitutions. I never wrote it in for us. You wrote it in for your own people. Let's keep that real. Let's keep that 100. That's why the country will never be said to be the white man's own. That's why God has visited you. That's why The Holy Quran, Surah 13:41 says, visit a land and curtain a nation from all sides. You see, the foolish are still foolish until he is cast away into that narrow place. He can't turn right or left. He don't know which way he's going. See, they will fall headlong into that pit. See, these people will blaspheme the name of God because they don't have God in them. They don't believe in God for one bit. So they will blaspheme the name of God who had power over these pledges. You see, the time has come. Your term, I'm sorry, has been up. I'm sorry. We keep it real. See, the Bible says, thou hast done, so shall it be done. America will reap what she has sowed. We don't want you coming to us, asking us for a damn thing. When things start happening, don't come to us. Y'all said, well, Trump can make America good. Let's see. Let's see. We'll all be watching. Let's see. Let's see. Because today, this is the man that boasts about, we got this, we got that, we got that. At the end of the day, let's see how great America could be. Because I'm here today and tomorrow and throughout the day and throughout the week and throughout the month and throughout the year, I'm going to say that she's getting what she deserves. It's been a year therefore that Allah been pledged in America. And you have one day, 1 hour, you see all of her delicious, delicate things, all her splendors, all gone. And that one day, 1 hour, and that 1 year came to pass. I'm sorry. If you think I'm lying, we don't have to wait 20, 15 years. Because the fall is within a few days. The fall is America country that we all stand on this soil. It's all going to be gone. And that 1 day, 1 hour, 1 year, all came to pass. I'm sorry. This country will never be said to be the white man's own. See, Pharaoh political party had to refuse. So America, at one point, she get into a position that she will hold on to her possession, her concession. You know I'm keeping it. You won't be on here listening. Her political party is over. Because, independency came, and when that Independence Day came, they celebrated to celebrate the independence of others. But see, this is how God comes. This is how God comes. He's going to come on a day when they least expect. He's going to come while they having a joy, while they rallying, having a joy of independence, and suddenly God comes. See, Jeremiah 23:19 says, you see, the storms of the Lord have burst out. A whirlwind sworn down on the heads of the wicked. You are going to see something that you never seen in your life. You see, you are going to see something that you've never seen in your life, because God is setting all this up. All this is being set up. All this is in process. The rain, hail, storms, earthquakes, all of these plagues are in process. I'm sorry. But God is coming to a town where you live.